Welcome to my channel, MS Old Coins, fellow treasure hunters and future millionaires. Today, we are not just looking at a piece of metal. We are uncovering a hidden vault of value that has been sitting right under our noses for decades. Forget everything you think you know about pocket change. First up, let me introduce you to the star of the show, the one and only 1995 Australian $1 coin featuring the majestic Queen Elizabeth II. Now, a lot of people see a dollar coin and they think coffee money, bus fare, or pocket lint. But you and I know better, don't we? We know that 1995 was a year that produced some of the most sought-after collectibles in the Southern Hemisphere, and this little piece of history is the headliner. We are talking about a coin that sits at the perfect intersection of timeless design and incredible rarity, making it a magnet for serious investors and collectors worldwide. Now, let's talk about why this specific coin was made and the brilliant history behind it. The standard 1995 $1 coin was struck to continue the legacy of the famous Mob of Ruse design by Stuart Devlin, featuring 5 bounding kangaroos that have been a staple of Australian currency since 1984. The obverse, or the front of the coin, features the iconic third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael McLeod, which was used on Australian coins from 1985 until 1998. While millions of the standard aluminum bronze coins were made, that is where the real secret lies. Here is where the plot thickens and your potential profit skyrockets. You see, the 1995 $1 coin isn't just one coin. It is a family of treasures. There are the standard circulation coins, but then there are the heavy hitters, the non-circulating legal tender coins struck specifically for collectors. I am talking about the stunning 1-ounce 99.9% pure silver versions, like the legendary Australian Kookaburra and the Australian Kangaroo series, minted by the prestigious Perth Mint. And why are these specific coins so incredibly valuable? It comes down to the golden rule of collecting, scarcity. While there were over 21 million standard aluminum bronze coins minted, the mintages for the silver bullion coins were microscopic in comparison. For instance, the 1995 1 Oz silver Kookaburra had a limited mintage of just 300,000, and a high-grade example in pristine, uncirculated condition is a true prize to track down. But wait, because I know you want the real juice. Is it really that valuable? The answer is an absolute, unequivocal yes. Look, the standard worn coin you find in a jar might be pocket change, but that is not what we are hunting today. We are hunting the pristine, the proof, the silver, and the elite. A standard 1995 dollar in gem, uncirculated condition has been valued at around $12.40 US dollars. That is a great return on a single dollar, but we are just getting started. Let me blow your mind with the true maximum value we are talking about here. If you are holding a 1995 1 Oz silver Kookaburra or kangaroo coin in mint condition, the sky is the limit. The intrinsic melt value of the silver alone is sitting at a powerful $85.57 USD based on the spot price today. That means just the metal in your hand is worth nearly 86 times the face value. That is the power of precious metals. However, for the serious collector, the value explodes even higher. An uncirculated 1995 silver Kookaburra typically trades between $43 and $86 US dollars, depending on the market demand and the quality of the coin. But if that coin is certified by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC and achieves a perfect or near-perfect score, it will sell for a significant premium above that. Are you ready for the showstopper? The absolute maximum price we have seen for these 1995 beauties is jaw-dropping. A complete set of mint-state 1995 $1 coins, including the elusive waltzing Matilda commemorative issue, sold at auction for a staggering $320. But wait, there is more. If you are incredibly lucky enough to find a rare error coin, such as the infamous mule error where the dies were mismatched, Uncirculated examples have been known to fetch up to $5,500 at auction. So what is the final answer? What is the maximum value we can sell this for? If you find the standard coin, it is a few dollars of fun. But if you are holding a pristine, certified 1-ounce silver proof from 1995, you are looking at a base price of $85 in metal value, a collector's price of over $100 easily, and a potential auction record that can challenge the $500 mark for elite specimens. That is the kind of money that pays for a vacation, not just a coffee. I want you to go check your change, check your attic, and check your old coin collections right now. That 1995 date is a beacon of opportunity. You are sitting on a piece of Commonwealth history featuring Queen Elizabeth II, and in the world of numismatics, that legacy adds a premium that never goes out of style. So get out there and start searching. This is your chance to turn a forgotten dollar into a serious payday. I truly believe there are still hidden gems waiting to be found, and I hope this video helps you find yours. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more hidden treasures, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Good luck and happy hunting. Next coin, the 1995 Australian $2 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is a piece of your financial future that most people walk right past without a second glance. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on this remarkable coin and reveal exactly why it deserves a spot in your collection and your investment portfolio. This is the coin that could quietly multiply in value while you sleep, and I am going to show you every single reason to get excited about it right now. First up, let me introduce you properly to the 1995 Australia $2 Elizabeth II coin. This is a bimetallic beauty that first entered Australian pockets back in 1988, replacing the paper $2 note and quickly becoming a national favorite. The design features an Aboriginal elder set against a background of the Southern Cross and native grass trees, a powerful tribute to Australia's indigenous heritage that gives this coin a cultural weight far beyond its face value. The obverse of the coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, specifically the Raphael Makhlouf III portrait, which was used on Australian coins from 1985 through to 1998. That means your 1995 coin captures Her Majesty in her mid to late reign, a period that collectors are increasingly hungry for as time passes. The combination of royal imagery and indigenous Australian symbolism makes this coin a fascinating bridge between two worlds, and that storytelling power adds real value in the collector market. Now let us talk about the history of this specific coin and why 1995 was such an important year. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra struck millions of these $2 coins for circulation, but what most people do not realize is that 1995 marked a transitional period in Australian coinage. The Mint was experimenting with different quality control standards, and that means some 1995 $2 coins left the factory with unique characteristics that are now highly prized by eagle-eyed collectors. The standard circulation version of the 1995 $2 coin was produced in massive quantities, but do not let that fool you into thinking it lacks value. Even common coins can become treasure when they survive in exceptional condition, and the 1995 $2 coin is no exception. Finding one that has been preserved in mint state condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that rarity translates directly into dollar signs for the savvy collector who knows what to look for. Here is the exciting truth about the current value of this coin. If you have a standard circulated 1995 $2 coin that has seen some years in pocket change, you are looking at a value of around $2 to $3. That is already a 50% return on its face value just for being an older coin with a bit of age and character. But we are not here to talk about pocket change values, are we? We are here to talk about real money, and that is where this coin starts to get seriously interesting. Let me tell you about the real money makers in the 1995 $2 family. The Royal Australian Mint also produced proof versions of this coin, specially struck for collectors with polished dies and multiple strikes to create a flawless mirror-like finish. These proof coins were released in limited numbers as part of annual mint sets, and their survival rate in perfect condition is extremely low. A proof 1995 $2 coin in its original packaging can easily command a price between $15 and $35, a stunning return on a coin with a face value of roughly 130 US cents. But wait, because the maximum value potential gets even more exciting when we talk about grading. If you send your 1995 $2 coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, and it comes back with a grade of MS65 or higher, you are looking at a completely different ballgame. An MS65 graded example has sold for around $50 US, while an MS66 can push towards $75 US. And here is the kicker. There are only a handful of MS67 graded examples known to exist, and those have been valued at over $200 US each. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Can this coin be valuable in the future, or is this just a flash in the pan? Let me answer that with absolute confidence. Yes, the 1995 $2 coin has excellent potential to grow in value over the coming decades. The combination of Queen Elizabeth II passing in 2022 has created a surge of interest in all coins bearing her portrait. And that interest is only going to intensify as time removes more of these coins from circulation through wear, loss, and hoarding. Think about what happens to a coin when the general public starts pulling it out of circulation. The available supply shrinks, and basic economics tells us that shrinking supply plus steady or growing demand equals higher prices. We are already seeing this pattern with earlier decimal coins from the 1960s and 1970s, and the 1995 $2 coin is perfectly positioned to follow that same trajectory. The people who buy these coins now at reasonable prices are going to be the ones smiling all the way to the bank in 10 or 20 years. Let me give you the maximum value picture based on real-world sales data. The absolute highest price ever recorded for a standard circulation 1995 $2 coin was an MS67 graded example that sold for $300 US at auction. That is 150 times face value, a return that would make any Wall Street investor jealous. For proof versions, the record is even more impressive, with a perfect PR70 deep cameo example selling for $450 US. Those are the maximum values that exist in the market today. But here is where your opportunity really lies. The vast majority of 1995 $2 coins are still out there in jars, drawers, and old collections, completely unrecognized for their potential. Every single day, people spend these coins without knowing that a carefully preserved example could be worth 100 times its face value. You have the chance right now to be the smart one, the one who spots the treasure before anyone else realizes what they are holding. How much can it sell for at this time maximum? Right now, if you walked into a coin show with a certified MS66 1995 $2 coin, you could reasonably expect to sell it for between $60 and $80 US to an informed buyer. If you have the even rarer proof version in perfect condition, you could command between $100 and $150 US. And if you are among the incredibly fortunate few holding an MS67 or PR70 example, you could be looking at a sale price between $250 and $400 US, depending on market conditions and buyer competition. I want you to really let those numbers sink in. A coin that was made in the millions, that anyone could have pulled from their pocket 30 years ago, is now worth enough to buy a nice dinner, a tank of gas, or even a weekend getaway. And the best part is that the story is still being written. As more collectors wake up to the value of 1990s Australian coinage, prices will continue to climb. The maximum value I just quoted you could look like a bargain price 5 years from now. So here is my challenge to you. Go check every $2 coin you have right now. Look at the date, look at the condition, and look for any unusual features that might indicate a mint error or a special strike. The 1995 coin is out there waiting to be discovered, and I truly believe that some of you watching this are going to find a gem that changes your perspective on pocket change forever. This is not just a coin, it is an opportunity hiding in plain sight. The history of the Australian $2 coin is still being written, and you have the chance to be part of that story. From its introduction in 1988 to the present day, this coin has served Australia faithfully, and now it is ready to serve your financial future. The Queen Elizabeth II portrait adds a layer of historical significance that will only grow with each passing year, making the 1995 issue a smart buy at current prices and an even smarter hold for the long term. Do not let this moment pass you by. The window of opportunity to acquire these coins at reasonable prices is closing as more collectors enter the market every single day. Whether you find one in your change or decide to invest in a certified example, the 1995 Australian $2 coin deserves a place in your collection and your investment strategy. The maximum potential is out there waiting for you, and I hope this video has shown you the path to claiming it for yourself. Now get out there and start hunting, because your fortune might be just one $2 coin away.